All right, now it is. Okay. Hey, it's Steve, the Garage Shop Idiot, back to talk about some power tools. I hope you got a chance to go and build your bench, and hope it's sitting in your garage, bright, shiny, and new, ready to stock with some tools. You know, I agonized as I was trying to decide what to buy, to start my woodworking projects. I didn't have a lot of money, like who does, so I went to Sears, I looked at Craftsman stuff, I went to Home Depot, Lowe's, the big box stores. I looked online, I did a lot of research on stuff, and when it comes right down to it, if you're only building, small things, toys, nothing gigantic, we're not building a skyscraper here. So, you just need pretty much the low end of stuff. Like, if I went back to Sears, I looked at of course, they're going to have like 5 or 8 different drill presses, anywhere from the industrial big hunkers down to, just their basic bandsaw, I meant to say, bandsaw. So, I decided just to buy the basic bandsaw they had. It was like $120 or something, and luckily it was on sale, so I saved about, I don't know, 5% or something. But I've had this for a little while, and it's really done me well. I have no problems with it whatsoever. Craftsman's a good brand to have. It's worked really well. Be sure to read the manual, look at the safety things. This one has a guide on it, but I think I dropped it off the back. But that's what I got. The very low end bandsaw that Sears makes. $120 right there. So it's done okay so far. And woodworking, building toys, things like that, you'll use this a lot. And you will have to get used to it, and you'll get the hang of it after you ruin several pieces of lumber. Drill presses, again, I looked at box stores, but I always gravitated back to Sears and the Craftsman line. They've been around a long time. They make good stuff, I think. This one again is the lowest, cheapest one they make, and it's real standard. And look, it had it as I was about to pull the trigger on getting the one in the box. I looked over and they had one sitting over there on the floor, and it was a display model, and it was like 20% off. So, I didn't get a manual with it. I didn't get a chuck, but they gave me one off the shelf. Got to ask for it and tell them, hey, this should be included, and they gave me one at no charge. Be sure to get the right one, that fits, because they have, several different sizes. But I got this pretty cheap. It ended up being like $85 or something, out of when it was about the same price as this bandsaw over here. So that wasn't too bad. So what are we up to? About $250, tax and everything right now for these 2 items. So I'm up on my new bench, and so I was ready to go there. I needed a chop saw, and I used my son had a chop saw, but it was one that just went down. It didn't move back and forth, and I really needed that because I tried his for a while, and I found that I really needed one that would move back and forth like this one does right here. So again, I got this at Lowe's, cheapest one they had. It's only a 5 1/4 inch blade, I think, but I mean, it's worked fine for what I've needed it for so far. And so these 3 tools I use up on the bench here as I need it, and I'll move that one down to make room for my projects here. But the drill press, bandsaw pretty much stay in place where they are. I've got a router down here. It actually belongs to my son, but he doesn't mind if I use it. And I haven't used it for much yet. I have used it to make the train toys, to route the circuit of things in the windows and stuff like that. But yeah, I use that. My biggest prize so far has been this little gadget over here. And gosh, as you didn't know it, I have lumber and crap all over it. But this is a Craftsman Table. I don't know if you can see it or not. Dumbass, you really should get ready for these videos. But It has a 3 tools on it. It's got a bandsaw, it's got a bench grinder over here, and it's got a sander, bench sander up here, which that thing right there is a definite must-have when you're doing woodworking toys, because this will really make up for all the screw-ups you do on the saw. As you sand everything down to plane and make it nice. And this thing rotates around to whatever tool you want to use, and it saves a lot of space because I got 3 power tools in this one little space right here. And I got this on Craigslist. They were wanting $250 for it. It had been in storage for a while. Plugged it in, nothing worked. I got him down to 120, and he let me take it away for 120. Brought it home, cleaned it up, exercised everything, got it going. All tools work, and you know, 120 for that. So, you know, do your due diligence. Craigslist is a good place to go. I really shy away from buying used tools, but you know, a sander's a sander. As long as it sands, it's fine. Scroll saw's a little weak. I don't use it that much because I use that bandsaw a lot. I would buy these tools new. Buy these 3 tools brand new, because you will use them the most, and you don't want anybody else's problems. You can shop around for these kind of things, and they'll suit you well. But you know, if you got the money, buy it new too. Just buy the low end things you need, and you'll be off and running. So with that, you'll have your shop set up, ready to go, and we'll start getting into some toy making after this. Next video, I'll show you a couple of projects that I've already completed and that I'm really proud of, and they look good, and my grandson loves them. Well, his eyes light up every time Pawpaw comes out with a new toy. So we'll take it from there. Go get your tools, stock your shop with your tools, and start thinking in your mind what you want to build. You may want to start with the train that I built, or something small. We'll see. So get your shop going, and wait for the next video, and we'll get started on a project. Till then, see ya.